If you are new, simply welcome. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that all of the videos that I had pre-recorded with pregnancy updates were ruined by a random sound that the other car was making. So I'm hoping that this car doesn't do the same thing. So I'm gonna kind of catch you up in this whole video. It's gonna be a condensed version of all of the pregnancy updates that I had. So I am currently 17 weeks pregnant. In fact, I have my 17-week appointment today. And I'm just gonna go through some symptoms. Number one, in the first trimester, I was extremely nauseous. Very, very nauseous. To the point where I couldn't eat what I normally eat. So if you've been watching my vlogs for a while, you know that I eat keto. And I haven't been able to, not up until like 2 or 3 weeks ago, up until about the end of my first trimester, because I was just extremely nauseous. So I was just eating anything that looked good and sounded good. Plus I was still in school up until a few weeks ago, and I'm not great about packing my lunch or packing healthy snacks, so I didn't. So I just ate whatever. Symptom number 2. And I had this with Thiago too. I've had a lot of like indigestion. I don't know if it's indigestion. It's more like slow GI motility, where my food is just not moving. It stays, and so I eat breakfast, I eat lunch, and then by dinner time, my stomach is extremely bloated. Because it's just not emptying. Like, I digest my food at night, and then sometimes even in the morning time I would wake up with a stomach ache because my food was just not digesting. It's crazy. And that kind of contributed to the nausea. And I had barfed a few times, but not as many times as with Thiago. I've only barfed a few times. With Thiago, I was throwing up like 2 to 3 times a week up until I was like 8 months. So this time it's been a whole lot better. Symptom number 3, my sense of smell was through the roof up until the end of my first trimester. So up until about 2-3 weeks ago. And I could smell everything. My sense of smell has always been great anyway. It's always been super sensitive. Because I think it's because, you know how they say that when you have one sense that is bad, the others are heightened? My eyesight has always been bad, so my sense of smell has always been really good. So you add that on top of it, I mean, everything smelled awful. Like, it just smelled so pungent. That's what it was. It wasn't that things smelled bad, they just smelled so pungent that they smelled bad. Because even a good smell can turn into a bad smell if it's that strong. Let's see, what other symptoms? I think that's about it. I didn't have any cravings, really. Once or like a couple of times I craved like a torta de jamón. Yeah. They're just like big, tortas are just like big Mexican sandwiches, or big Mexican versions of sandwiches. So delicious. But that was just like a couple of times. So I just remembered one other thing that was in the updates that didn't make it was an updated list of, if that's what you want to call it, of supplements that I'm taking now, like prenatal supplements. Because a few vlogs back, several vlogs back actually, I talked about the supplements that I was taking to help my mineral and vitamin and blood count levels kind of be normal enough to help me get pregnant. So that was like true prenatals, right? Like before I was pregnant. But I stopped taking those a few months ago when I realized that I was pregnant, and I was eating keto at that point. I had been eating keto for a while, and I realized I didn't need a lot of those things. Like my blood counts were normal, and I didn't really attribute it to like I don't remember everything that it was. It was like blood builders, and like there was an omega-3 and a bunch of other things. I attributed it more to the meat that I was eating. Anyway, after I finished the last bottle, I stopped taking those, and now the only things I'm taking are electrolytes. I'm using the flavored Redmond's electrolytes, and I just like put it in water and some ice, and it tastes delicious. And I'm also taking desiccated beef liver capsules. So beef liver contains choline, contains folate, contains all the B vitamins, contains a lot of other things, but those are the main things that are needed for pregnancy. Why did I just spend an entire like week's worth of groceries on gas? Ridiculous, man. Like someone pissed off Biden, and he needs to get the hell over it. ¿Qué es eso, Fredy? That's the tea. And then Fredy, tell us what that is. You don't know? I don't know either.
There's not much to do. What are you doing? Don't know where you are. They're not going What? What's up? Love to hear your voice, not sleeping well. And I know that you're right, but you should know it. You've been gone for way too long now. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I want.